Dude!
So we were at a comedy show, and at one point, one of the comedians was like, "What's the weirdest place you guys have ever masturbated?" He's like trying to do crowd work, and he points out this guy. He's like, "What about you, man? What's the weirdest place you've ever masturbated?" And he goes, "Oh, FSA or something like that."
GPS.
Yeah.
Girls Preparatory School.
Yeah. He was like, "GPS, what's that?" He was like, "Oh, it's a all-girls preparatory school." He's like, "What the fuck?" And then he says, "Oh, yeah, I'm a teacher."
He was a swim coach. He did it in the locker room.
In the locker, he was a swim coach. I was like, someone called the police. This guy's a predator.
Yeah.
Just there was no way. The comedian even felt like, okay.
But it changed the mood of the room.
Yeah. Yeah, you could have said anything else. Lie.
Oh.
People need to learn how to lie more.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, people are too goddamn truthful. Mm-hmm. Just say like, my grandmother's bathroom. Anything.
Bro.
Other than I'm a pedophile.
Yeah, you just told everyone you're a felon.
Yeah. You're just walking amongst us. Just with the rest of us, enjoying this fucking comedy show.
All right, hold on. Your mic is starting to do this shit again. Bring that thing close. Bring that thing close to your mouth.
Hello.
Yeah, there we go.
ABC.
There we go.
Okay, we're good.
I got scared, man. I've got PTSD now.
Yeah.
I got PTSD. All right, hold on. Also, I have these two new sound effects that I was watching. Okay, so Jake Paul is going to fight Mike Tyson, right?
Yeah.
So I looked up old Mike Tyson clips, and I found these two things. And if we can work them into conversation. Here we go. Here's the first one.
This is it. He is gone right now. He has no legs at all.
He is gone. He's got no legs at all. Or then here's the other one.
Somehow, I just kind of doubt it. There's only so much punishment anybody can take. That is the limit.
Right there.
Okay. That is the limit. That would have been, no, that guy at the comedy show, there's no limit on the punishment.
That was just... That's a crazy start. Let's start the podcast off with the guy literally talking about how he's a fucking felon. Dude.
We should have got his name. Something, some kind of information.
So good. All right, guys. So it is...
Time for some action.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We have an amazing guest. You know him. You love him. All right. Jacob Andrews is here once again. All right, dude. Do you want to... I have these topics right here. We kind of just talked about Tyson versus Jake Paul a little bit. But
whoa. What is it? Blue balling a goodbye?
Yeah, dude. I noticed this. I was out with some friends with Chelsea. And our coworkers, and it was like, all right, we're gonna head out of here. You do the, and then it's like, all right, dude, I'll see ya. And then it's like we kept talking. So then I was like, do we re-say the goodbye?
Oh.
Or do you go like you finish the sentence and then you're like, and then dip. The blue balling a goodbye.
Why do people do that though? When I say goodbye, first of all, that's a courtesy.
Mm-hmm.
Usually. Usually I'm dipping,
Uh-huh.
like Batman. You turn your head, I'm gone.
Yeah, where did he go?
But if the fact I walked up and was like goodbye, and then you're like, oh, but what about this? I've
just
been wanting to talk
real fast.
Real quick. Bro,
I gotta go.
Yeah, I mean it's all in good fun, I guess. They're trying to.
Mm-hmm.
I know they don't think they're being rude. I don't even know if it is kind of rude.
I could kind of say it is a little rude. I just feel like, yes, it is a complete courtesy, saying a goodbye. But then for me, there's few things where when I say it, I really mean it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be love, it could be faith, but then it could also be a goodbye. Like when I tell you goodbye, it's like I'm ready. This is it. This
Bye.
is where it ends.
I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cashed out for
Mm-hmm.
that goes back to why Irish goodbying is.
I think you had the best rule of thumb. 7 or more.
7 or more, free game.
Yeah.
It's fair play.
Yep.
Someone leaves, whatever. Like I'm not gonna get mad if my buddy just up and disappears. My thing with Irish goodbye, I will say I always text when I get home. I'll text someone and be like, made it home safe.
Yeah.
That's all,
Yeah.
I like when people let me know that they're okay. They didn't just like leave and get in a car crash or like it ended up getting into, I don't know.
The fucking river, like the Nashville kid. Bro, do you have any conspiracy theories on that one, or what do you think happened?
Oh, dude, all I'm thinking about is my dumbass. I highlighted the wrong guy on yeah. It was like one of our night shows, and a producer told me it was that guy, and I like circled. I was zooming in, like, oh, take a look at his features. Wrong guy. It was
no.
He was like 3 people over, and like, because in the police report it was saying like he was like stumbling around, and I was like, this guy's walking fine. I don't know how but the guy that was like a few feet away from, I noticed it after the fact. He's like he.
Whoa. Are we talking about the same? I'm talking about the guy
in Nashville.
Yeah, fell into the river, dead.
Oh, they found him?
Found him. Found his body in the river.
Dang.
Found his body in the river, right? But now, I feel like I've been pretty drunk, right? I've been pretty fucked up. I find it hard to believe that I'm so drunk and I leave. Here, let's build this scenario. I'm out with some buddies. Drinks are flowing.
Yeah.
Having a good time, right? And then, I'm too drunk. I start throwing up. I get kicked out. Whatever the scenario is. My then plan of attack is either get food and then go back to the hotel room or go home. My plan is now that they're all inside, which, let's just pause. What fucking assholes would let your buddy just go, all right, man, we'll see you later. And if he's like stumbling, be like, nah, you got to get him.
Yeah. No, you don't let your buddy walk away that's like, that's stumbling.
That's the first thing. But then second thing, I'm like, I've been pretty fucked up. I don't think I would just like fall into a river and die though. Like that seems like there must have been some foul play there, But then they're like, he still had his watch on, so it wasn't like he was getting robbed. And I was like, what if it was?
What
just
kind
like
of watch?
What if it's not a Rolex?
It's a shitty watch.
He's a 21-year-old. Just I don't think it was a great watch. So I don't know. I feel like there's foul play there.
Well, they said they found his like credit card or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, they found his credit card like right before the Tennessee River. Like it was just like laying on the ground. Like some girl found it. So I don't know. I think I think it's a lot easier to drown than people think because we're on land a lot. I feel like if we were like an island people, maybe like we'd be more scared of that. But I used to hear stories. My dad used to tell me we used to go to this dock. It's called Blowed Out Bridge because they had a bridge and they blew it out.
Right.
And this kid fell off the dock and the underwater current took him underneath the dock and there was like a whole bunch of fishing line and net and he couldn't get out and like they called emergency services and stuff, but like by the time they got there he was already in there for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. I completely agree and understand that.
Especially it's a lot harder to swim on to the other side of a lake than people think it is.
Yeah.
Like you see it, you're like, I can make it over there, but all it takes is like one little current or you might not be as strong as you think you are. All of a sudden, you're in the middle of the lake. You can't turn back. I mean, it's
fuck.
No.
That seems like such a terrible way to go,
dude. That's why you will never catch me like chest deep in water. I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. But then I also just feel like he had to get into the river somehow. So does he get pushed into the river? Does he slip into the river? Because I can totally believe that there's an underwater current that pulled him out, and it's just one, and you're done. You're done. So I completely believe that. But then I go, how did he get into the river? That's what I want to know.
I think I would say because from what I saw, a lot of the river like it has like a hill,
a bank.
All it would take is like you lose your footing and all of a sudden you're like tumbling down. Then you hit the water.
Hit your head on the way down.
Oh, you hit your head. You're done.
You're drunk.
Like the bridge of Terabithia.
That was such a good move.
Yeah. Yeah, no, got hit, smacked in the head by the rock.
Fuck, man.
We had this bridge back where I used to live, and people used to jump off of it into the water. There was this big thing that happened where one of the kids that went to my high school jumped off. He hit the water, underwater current, took him, and like other people started diving in, and they almost drowned because they were trying to save him, and they like it almost turned into like a whole bunch of people dead. So that was. After hearing about that, I didn't need like my parents or anyone telling me not to jump off of a bridge into water. That's what people do to like kill themselves. Isn't that weird how you could do something to kill yourself and for fun?
Yeah, I guess so. Look, I got a video right here. Guy drowns in my tough clips. This is a lifeguard talking about this guy who drowns. What? Yeah, it's a pretty dark video. I don't know. How do you feel about it? Not right now?
No, go for it.
Go for it?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Let's see here. It's going to take a second to load up.
When you watch this, I want you to ask yourself, would you make this rescue as a lifeguard? Would you go in after this guy? Because I'm just going to tell you right now, this is not going to end well.
No.
We're getting the big one, don't worry. Yeah.
You know, he makes the critical mistake of turning his back on the water.
Look at that.
Oh.
Here comes a massive set,
Oh,
and I
no.
think this is where
Oh, fuck.
things get worse.
Oh, fuck.
He falls,
Oh, fuck.
he
Dude.
gets swept,
Oh, you're
and
done.
seconds later, he is in 51-degree water,
50.
no shirt, no wetsuit, absolute pandemonium hits.
Oh, he's done.
Oh.
There's his face in the water. And you are in a rocky area with a horrendous amount of water moving, aerated water that's very difficult to swim in, period. And
Yeah, okay, we have another 2 minutes and 47 seconds.
Jesus. You know he's getting cut up by them rocks, too.
Oh, dude. But it's like,
Why? What are you doing?
why? What are you doing, man?
What are you doing? I don't... And what are your friends doing? What are your friends... No one there? So it's not just a you being dumb. Everyone there is like, this is okay.
I know, and then now he's gone. Just seconds ago he was there, and now he's gone. Did you hear about the fucking crocodile in the Tennessee River?
No.
Bro, dude, could you imagine? A guy was fishing, right? And he's like, oh my god, this is a big one, dude. He's like, fuck yeah, dude, I'm gonna win a competition or something, right? He starts reeling in, and he's battling against this fucking giant catfish. He's going, and a crocodile is at the end of his line. So apparently they found two. This is the second one they found in the Tennessee River. So I'm like, I'm done kayaking.
Nope.
Yeah.
No more. Oh, I mean, I'm not getting out there in the first place. That just gives me another reason. That is, I mean, I knew bull sharks will like sometimes make it into fresh water and stuff like that, but I don't think they're ever been in Tennessee. But now that there's alligators here,
Bro, how the fuck do you... How? Because you either got to come up from what? You got to come from the coast of the side of Georgia, right? Or if you go there in Florida. You came from Florida.
wait, look up if it's can you have an alligator as a pet in Tennessee?
No way.
Because it might have been like a thing where they flushed it and it got into the water system.
I see. Alligators are not native to that part of Tennessee and are considered Class 1 wildlife species, which are those that are internal dangerous to humans and may be possessed by permitted... What?
Okay, so it's like...
Is it legal to have a pet crocodile? Let's find out. As pets, no.
No.
Is it illegal to have any crocodilians? Bro, but I feel like it's kind of the
I
same
feel
thing
like
with
that
Tiger King. Remember that guy? It's like, what are you doing with the tigers?
Yeah.
There's got to be someone who just had one in like their fish tank and oh, this fucker's way too big.
That's all it takes, and like that one ends up... Do they laying eggs?
Lay eggs.
Yeah,
but who does it mate with? You know? I mean, could you just imagine? Because it never in my wildest dreams thought, oh, there would be a crocodile in this landlocked river, pretty much. You know, it's Tennessee.
Yeah.
We're not touching the ocean or anything. And then all of a sudden you're kayaking and the alligator eyes, you know how they like pop up? Oh.
Dude. That makes me want to bring a gun with me. Like, if I were to go kayaking, I need to be armed and ready. Like, but when there's alligators too, it's like what it does to the ecosystem. I mean, it's probably eaten fucking everything. I have to think it was a person that had an alligator. Mm-hmm. They flushed it or threw it in a pond or some shit.
Yeah.
And maybe there were two. That's how it like bred. Or I don't know. Can other reptiles, like, you know how like a dog, like a mastiff can breed with like a chihuahua, and like it'll.
What is that called? Not inbreed.
It's just like a different breed.
Yeah, I mean, like a fucking chihuahua can fuck a German Shepherd or whatever.
Yeah, and it'll come out as like a chihuahua German Shepherd.
Yeah.
Can like a alligator have sex with like a lizard?
No, you want me to type it? Can an alligator have sex with what? Should we say a crocodile?
Like, because I'm thinking if it's small, it'd probably be like an iguana. Any other reptile? Just type that in.
Any other reptile? I feel like this is such a different style podcast than the. Is it possible for a crocodile to mate with an alligator? So no, some species are open to settling under the right concern.
Settling.
Settle.
So that they're like, I'm done with the hustle and bustle. It's time to settle down. I'm gonna fuck this iguana.
There's no other good alligators around here.
How do crocodiles have sex,
bro?
How do they have sex?
What? A female alligator will mate with a different males. A total whore.
Yeah, what a slut.
Season. What?
What a slut.
Temperature-dependent sex determination in alligator. Wow. We want your photos of alligator lizard sex. What? NHM.org. We want your photos of alligator lizard sex. Huh. Okay.
What?
All right.
What the fuck was that? Is that like some kind of like... That's some bestiality shit.
What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that?
Dude. Okay.
Did people send stuff in?
Oh, should we go back?
Let's
see what some of the photos. What if it's like gotta be like, make sure you're 18. Whoa.
Is that sex?
Whoa, dude. Are these two lizards? He's biting her neck.
That's kinky.
Whoa! A three-way with lizards.
Are they killing him?
Wow, what is up with them biting the necks, dude?
That, I mean...
Oh, is that like how you hold it down or something? Wow,
I don't know.
What?
Join. Become a member.
Yeah, this is...
I don't see where any sex is happening.
To look, because we have accumulated so much... We know that southern alligator live many seasons. Oh my god.
Alligator lizards?
When to look at lizards having sex? What are people doing? I didn't know it was like this out here, man.
Yeah, what?
Where to look?
How to document? Take photos? What the
Okay. You can text your lizard sex photos to 213-663-6632. Wow, bro.
To learn more about the research.
The Valentine's Day episode.
Of the Curiosity Show. What the fuck?
That's okay. That's all right, man.
Yeah, what the hell? First of all, I didn't even know an alligator lizard was like a thing. But I think that lends some credence to alligators fucking maybe an alligator lizard.
That's so wild to me, man. Okay, did you let's move on to the next thing.
Let's get out of this.
Here we go. Let's talk about Quiet on Set. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
You watched it?
I watched that shit.
Wow,
Dude.
fuck. Yeah. All right, let's break it down. Let's start off with Dan Schneider. Okay?
What the fuck?
How did he stay so unattractive the whole time? That's what I want to know. He had millions, bro. He had millions. And he didn't want to change the hair, didn't want to lose the weight, didn't want to like... What do you think that is?
Yeah, because have you seen like Jeff Bezos? Like he was like a little, like a nerd.
Yeah. Bad hairline, shaved it off, got tan, got jacked. Ripped. Yeah.
Yeah, that happens a lot with like, you can just spend the money to make yourself look pretty.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But then again, you got to think like, maybe it's like the creep in him. Because like Harvey Weinstein, he was just like this big blob of fucking...
Right.
I think there's a creep ratio there. Like how rich to how creepy you are.
How rich to how creepy. I feel like the amount of power, I guess, it plays on you mentally, as in like I don't need to change. or I got here from the, like, my success is who I am, right? So why would I change who I am? I guess. I don't know, though.
And I guess they don't pick up whenever they do change.
Right.
Like I think they like think, oh, I'm just being me, which is why it's gotten me here.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't notice like the small little changes throughout your life. I don't know.
know.
Or maybe at the end of the day, he was just a fucking pedophile.
That's so weird, dude. Okay. So there was Dan Schneider. I mean, okay. We can talk shit about Dan, what he did, but let's be honest, dude. He created some hits. He created some hits, man.
Game is game.
Dude. Okay, Drake and Josh.
Banger. iCarly.
Banger. Zoe 101.
Banger.
So it's like,
Victorious was a little bit less of a banger, but still a banger. Yeah, that whole Ariana Grande shit.
Oh,
what the fuck?
It's interesting she hasn't came out and spoken about it yet.
Because that's the whole potato thing.
Oh, yeah, she had some weird shit with hers.
And she was like, oh, can a teenage girl drink water upside down? And is like,
Yep.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
There was no one else there that was like, hey, Dan, buddy, this ain't going to age well.
Dude, I don't. Well, I feel like the whole documentary, the whole thing was like no one felt like they could stand up to him, I guess, because you just get fired, right? You just get kicked off the set. But at the same time, it's...
So, I love Jerry Trainer in it, though, where he was like...
There was that small clip over them on the red carpet.
No.
Is that what you're talking about?
I was thinking they were all working on set, and Dan wasn't letting them go home or something. And Jerry Trainer was like... He kind of says stuff... like the truth, but in a joking way. Like, so he'll be like, oh, let us go home, Dan. And he's like, right? But everyone's like, yeah, let us fucking go home.
Yeah, I want to go home, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that whole thing. And then dude, watching the Drake Bell shit was so... Oh.
Dude.
That's crazy.
And like his dad, like being like, don't let this guy around Drake.
Bro, okay, can you imagine the dad's frustration, right? To tell the ex-wife, you divorced this chick. Mm-hmm. So already there's some tension there. Mm-hmm. And you're like, this is my one thing. Don't do this. And then she does the one thing.
And not only does it like a one-time thing, it was like consistently, constantly hanging out.
Oh,
like, what the fuck? I want to hear from the mom.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear, like, what the fuck she's going, like, after this came out, like, what were you thinking?
Right.
What's going on?
Yeah. Does Drake Bell have any kids or any, like, a wife?
No, I thought he got in trouble.
He did, dude. He got in some serious trouble. He got DUIs. He was, like, messaging.
Oh, I thought it was, like, sexual assault stuff.
Well, he was messaging. It talked in the documentary. He was messaging, like, a minor or something. But he never touched her. He was just messaging her.
Well, what were the messages?
I don't know. Let's see. Oh, Drake Bell wife. I didn't know he had a wife.
He had a wife?
No way. They have a kid too.
Schmelling.
Whoa. Wow. They have a kid too. I didn't know this. I mean,
The what?
Is
that a Chinese baby?
That kind of threw me off too. That kind of threw me off. But Drake Bell. I have to say.
Wait, was that an Asian baby?
Dude, that's what I'm thinking. Well, she's maybe she's got something. She's Asian, Korean. What is she? I mean, what's the last name again? Janet von Schmilling. There's no way we're pronouncing that right? Janet filed for divorce in 2023.
Oh.
No, I hate to hear this, dude. This really hurt my heart.
Did you see that video of like of Drake and Josh? They were like at on a YouTube thing in their car.
Okay. And
Josh is like, "Do you remember your first time like having sex or whatever?" And it's like, he's just like, he's like, imagine if it was just like that only time. That's the only time like we you get to have sex, and like that's what, and you can see Drake like his face like being like, oh yeah, like that would be terrible,
bro.
Dude, you can see him like disassociating in the video. I recommend people to go watch that. Like knowing what we know now and seeing that, you're like,
I just feel after Netflix has done an amazing job at putting out some of the darkest shit for you to watch right before you go to bed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I watch way too many of these documentaries, and every time I have these two feelings. I have these two feelings about almost every single one of the documentaries. Cops suck at their job, right?
Yeah.
They're like, my daughter's gone missing, and they're like, she probably left. She probably ran away. And then it's always like they handled the case wrong. They left some evidence. Something went wrong. And I'm like, come on, guys. And then secondly, I just feel like let's just bring back the electric chair.
You know think electric chair guy? I go back further. I want like
hanging.
Coliseum battles.
Dude, see, now you're speaking my language. I would love the Coliseum battle. I just don't think they're willing to put that much. I would even go as far as
money.
Hanging. Let's do a public hanging.
Think of the money. Think of the money with the Coliseum.
I would buy tickets to that shit.
Yeah.
To watch that Brian Peck guy, versus a lion, a really hungry lion and bear.
Or like Dan Schneider himself and Brian Peck. And so like now you have to like.
Oh, you're talking battle versus battle.
Yeah, which one do you root for?
Oh.
Not saying like,
I got $100 on Brian. Yeah.
But not saying like, if you win, you get out. It's just like you advance.
Yeah.
You're not dead.
Yeah.
For the next like thing. And yeah, you could do the whole like, because they used to fill it up with water and have like shit battles.
Dude, I would definitely buy a ticket to that. I just feel like it seems so tough that you're just gonna let someone like rot in a cell, or just like feed. I mean, it's a horrific thing, man. Especially if like a Richard Ramirez, or like a Dahmer, or like even though I watched the Dahmer thing with Evan Peters, and that really changed my heart about Dahmer. But
what do you mean?
The Evan Peters thing on Netflix about Dahmer.
What, you saying he's a good guy, or?
No. I definitely, he's not a good guy, but just you feel bad. Or I at least felt way more better about the cards that I was dealt in life. You know what I mean? Like, I go, damn, dude. Like, of course you shouldn't have done that. Things could have been differently, but I'm blessed at where I'm at. I didn't have a mom that was on the pill addictions while she was pregnant with me, and then the growing up, and then the dad, and then all the shit. And I'm like, fuck, man. It's such a mess.
But there are plenty of other people that also have that don't go around killing and eating people.
I know.
To be fair, I'm just saying.
You're right.
Like you can, attribute some of it to, the nurture.
Yeah.
But at some point you have to point to nature and be like,
fuck.
He was a stone cold killer.
All right, we're coming back after this. We're at 29 minutes.
All right.
We're gonna come back with some more. Or some lighthearted.
Yeah.
Or maybe we stick with the dark shit. Stick around to find out.
Hello, Flesh. The most natural ingredient is naturally going to be
human.
We partnered with the morgues and crematories around the country to basically give you the best experience for a natural meat.
Right, production. Really, you may be thinking, what about like a ribeye? What about like a filet of chicken, salmon, tuna? Wrong. You need human. It's seen kind of as a dark thing, cannibalism, but with recent studies, we found that it boosts immunity, boosts protein, boosts cognitive development,
and libido.
Libido, baby!
If you're trying to get horny, you need to try HelloFresh. And that's not the only thing. I knew HelloFresh before we got this sponsorship. And let me tell you, it makes preparing meals so easy.
Yes. 10 minutes or less, and it's so easy. Or your money back
guaranteed.
Yeah.
Basically, they come in 7, 8, 9 different flavors. I don't
like
they
that.
have a lot of different flavors.
Let's see here. It says teriyaki, barbecue, salt and vinegar, lemon pepper, vegan.
Oh, my favorite.
Yeah?
Special spare bedroom bam sauce.
That one's mine too.
Oh my God.
So good. The flavor, dude. I love it.
Immaculate. I'm telling you guys, you'll have a great experience. No more cooking your own food. It comes meal prepped,
to
ready,
your doorstep,
ready to go.
Yeah. You may be thinking, how do I get up on this train? Well, this is what you do, okay? It's a $30 a month subscription service that comes right to your doorstep in discreet packaging, 2-day shipping, right? So that's how you know you're getting the freshest flesh, okay?
And another thing, you don't have to pay full price for this, because if you go to their website and use code
SPARE
at checkout, you get 25% off your first subscription.
Yeah, that's right. Go to www.helloflesh.com and use code SPARE at checkout. I did have a question. How you feel about cloning people? Because there's two things that I feel like the government may be doing this. Did you hear about Princess Kate? She went missing. Or William
Middleton?
Yeah. Is she a princess?
Yeah, she got cancer.
That's what they say.
Okay.
This is the conspiracy theory here, man.
Right.
Because she went missing.
Yeah.
Right? She was gone. And then now she comes back. Right?
You think someone took her and gave her cancer?
No.
Like injected Kate Middleton with cancer?
They fucking could have, dude. I'm telling you, they could have. But also with Kanye, do you think Kanye is really Kanye?
Dude, you go so deep into these. What?
Dude, let's just take a look, bro.
I'm so behind. What?
Really?
Dude, I've told you, I'm the least conspiracy-driven person ever. I am a sheep. I believe in the traditional narrative 99% of the time. It just makes sense.
See, this is where we have to push against the grain. We have to, brother man, because it's just not real. It's not the same. Okay, so now this is so interesting. Look at this, dude. Look at this. Okay, so when you look up Kanye, this is the Kanye we know. We've grown to love, right?
Yeah.
But then when you look up Kanye 2024, it's not showing you 2024 stuff. This is old Kanye from like what, 2020 or whenever Trump was running.
How'd you figure this out? Were you just typing this in?
I go deep down the rabbit hole. Plus, the guy that comes back, I feel like doesn't really look like Kanye. He's so much bigger. He's so much bigger.
What are you fucking talking? Go to his go to his Instagram or something. There's a new pictures.
This is prime example. Is his Instagram, dude? Look at this shit. Okay, so Kanye's Instagram is no pictures. Okay, this clearly is not the right one. Of his here we go, 20 million followers. This is it. No pictures of his kids. Nothing, bro. One video. This is his Instagram. No profile picture, nothing. Like, of course he's going to be tagged in a shit ton of stuff. But...
Well, that's probably why they ain't got no new pictures.
Bro, because it's not really him. They don't have pictures to take of Kanye. He's gone. He said, if I ever go missing and come back, it's really not me. He was talking to the paparazzi one time, and he said, if I ever go missing and I come back, it's not me. And now he went missing. He went missing for like 30 weeks. He couldn't find him. The Kardashians talked about it on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. He couldn't find him. He went missing. Comes back. He looks way bigger. No pictures of his family, of his life, or anything on Instagram.
Dude, people do that after a high school relationship. They go away for 3 weeks and then they get big.
It's not the same.
It totally is. Like, what... because Kanye said like that isn't me while he's like off his fucking rocker.
He is off his rocker, I'll give you that, but it just seems like, I don't know, it just feels like there's something else there, dude. It's like how I feel with the kid in the Tennessee River in Nashville. It's like, how did he get in the river? You know what I'm saying? It's just too much.
You ever think you're watching too much like true crime?
Dude, I do. I really do.
That is something that I think plays a role in the growing of conspiracies, because in the true crime there's always like a twist.
Yeah,
there's always like, oh, I can't believe this is actually so. Your brain is trained to like look like Scooby-Doo.
Right.
They're like, oh, we're investigating this place. There's a monster about, and they show you like this old like I'm the gatekeeper here, and like it's supposed to be a red herring, like, oh, is it this guy? But it's always like the nice guy, and so it trains your brains like, oh, it's not him. It's not the most obvious solution. Yeah, it's gonna be someone we don't know.
There's something else around the corner. Yeah, and I'm always like, what's around that corner? Yeah, that's how I feel most of the time.
But whenever it comes to like day-to-day stuff, like when a cop gets called on someone like a homicide.
Man, he just brought up another thing. Here we go.
The first thing they're gonna do is like look at your family members, who is close to you, because this is something that's crazy to me, is when you're most likely to be killed by someone you know. Like,
isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it's not like serial killers are like, the
randomness of getting killed by, yeah.
But it's more likely that you had a fight with a spouse or a family member or someone at work that you know. So I'm saying this. We work
scary,
together.
Dude. That's so fucking scary to think like that, man. Here we go. Did you see this? The Catoosa County cops. Oh my God, this was fantastic. I saw this on Facebook. Of course, it's going to take so long. Of course, man said, now here's a conspiracy in of itself. All the other videos loaded so fast, but the one about the cops doesn't. Oh.
I'm more pissed off about the grammar. It should be cops high on drugs acting freaky, meth, cocaine. Because acting freaky meth is weird.
Okay, here's the video. The Catoosa County cops, the county we are in right now, okay?
Oh, we're in Catoosa.
We're in Catoosa County. The cops, it's all body cam footage of this video right here. And all the cops, they just got out of this drug bust. They're like arresting this guy. And it shows like 6 or 7 different cops, and they're all like this. Like they just all did coke, right? They're all like,
yeah. Hell yeah.
And so I'm like, wait a minute, dude. There's so many conspiracies around here that I just have to get to the bottom of, man. I feel like that journalistic reporter instinct that I didn't know I had is just all of a sudden coming out.
Dude, I might get called on this.
Look at this fucking video. Isn't it interesting how this is the one video that isn't going to play?
Look up another video.
Yeah. Fuck.
See if the other video plays.
The Dropbox one?
Sure.
Yeah, here it is. I think this is it right here. Is this it? So this was my feeling of we need to openly mock people. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that? Do you feel like judging people and like kind of openly mocking people is a wrong thing to do?
I'm on the train of bullying, but for punching up. Like if you're punching up, like if there's like a dude that's like, thanks, guy or gal, let's not be
right.
Or
they them
Zimzer. If they think they're hot shit and they're annoying about it, I do think people should be brought down.
Yeah.
A little peg.
Yeah.
Or two.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I think like, the hold on. Actually, I'm trailing off. I also don't think you're required to befriend the socially awkward weird kid, because some people, like, after like a shooting happens, they're like, he didn't have friends or something like and it's like, maybe if someone was just friends with him, he would. I think they don't have friends because they're fucking weird.
Yeah,
they're weird.
Yeah,
you start talking to them, they start talking about killing animals or something like that. Yeah, I'm not gonna be mad at you for not wanting to be that guy's friend.
Right.
I don't think you're obligated to be anyone's friend. I also don't think you should go over and like pour milk on his head or something.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I agree. No milk pouring.
No milk.
I see a lot of videos like this one on TikTok, and I think it's probably a pride. Is it a pride thing? It could be an ego thing. It could be something deep inside of me I definitely need to work on, and it's just me trying to be honest. Maybe it's something in here, but let's watch. So look at this. But anyway,
that loading screen is
here. Quincy's Tavern is the guy here on TikTok, and I guess he does this thing. Wow, this is fucking fantastic. Isn't this fucking fantastic, man? Let's just download it. But anyway, he has this whole setup, right? Where he comes, it's like we got stuff in here, and I call it the studio, right?
Yeah.
But he's got his own workspace where he dresses up as like a medieval character, right? And then wants to give like medieval. He talks to you like you're in the times of medieval.
Oh, and he's like, oh, and people are talking in the chat, and they're like, oh, bountiful harvest this year, right? Like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel I get upset by that.
Yeah.
I get upset by the fantasy world, I think. Or wanting to live in the fantasy world really upsets me.
Is it satire?
No.
Because I know what you're. I feel like I know what you're talking. The people that I saw doing it were like, yeah, they're like, oh, post battle party. No, I thought it was fucking hilarious because he's like, it's like peasant Gilfrey was in the chat, and he's like, can I come to the party? He's like, no. No fucking peasant. Not a fucking peasant. I'm sorry. Strict no peasant policy.
Dude, I don't like the fantasy world. I think I get upset by it. I just.
Oh, the Queen's in the chat. The Queen. How you doing, Queen Marjorie?
Oh, bro, because I've never been a guy of like Renaissance fair style stuff anyway, like the playing dress up type shit.
Dude, you got to go to the Renaissance fair with me. I'm going for the first time, like this year. I'm going to the Atlanta one.
I'll go for like a turkey leg, you know, like one of those big things. I'd go for that. But the idea that like I'm gonna dress up with the cape and shit and like talk medieval, go see a fake jousting, shit like that, I'm not into it.
I understand. Like, there's a limit to LARPing where I'm like, okay, it gets cringe. But the jousting isn't fake.
You don't think so?
No, they have like they're on horses with their shit, like they're armored up and stuff, and they keep blood pouches underneath their armor. But yeah, they're still driving in the like. It's not gonna kill them. But that's what medieval jousting was, I think. Like, not a lot of people died in jousting tournaments. They're just trying to unhorse you.
They're just trying to knock you off.
Yeah,
because I like the jousting of it. You're about to die.
Sometimes it can get up, you know.
Yeah.
Catch you up under the neck, something like that.
Have you seen the movie The King with Timothée Chalamet, where he plays like King Arthur or some shit? Joel Edgerton.
I thought was that the movie that's like after Braveheart? It's supposed to. I don't know.
You said this last time we did the fucking thing. What movie is after Braveheart?
I don't know. Look up the sequel to Braveheart. What am I thinking of? Fallen Kingdom.
Is that a video game?
Robert the Bruce?
What? Is it 2019 British historical fiction war film directed by what?
Outlaw King.
Outlaw with Chris Pine.
Outlaw King. Yeah.
Outlaw King, that's a good one. I liked Outlaw King a lot, dude.
That's what it was.
Chris Pine, he's good. Did this video finally load?
Did it?
I don't know. I don't think
What is that she's holding? What is that?
Oh, now look at you. Look at that. You cannot gender like that, dude.
What is it?
This is kind of my point. This is kind of my point here. The dress up. And now, what the fuck
is it a she or a they?
It's medieval. It's medieval times, man.
Look,
that's how I feel about this. I get upset, dude. What do you think it is? Is it like a internal problem you think I have? Wow.
Dude, no. Sometimes people just see cringe and they cringe. That's fine. There ain't nothing wrong with you. There ain't nothing wrong with looking at cringe and saying that's cringe.
I guess. I think that's a good point.
You know, you know, but like I love fantasy.
Really?
Renaissance, dude. I was a theater kid.
Oh, did I talk to you about Dune 2?
Did you watch it?
Yeah. Did I talk to you about this?
I feel like we chatted about it, and you did. Oh, you fell asleep.
Yeah, I fell asleep for a little bit.
You fell asleep.
And then I woke back up. But dude, come on, man.
It's awesome.
It's not.
Now, to be fair,
it's not.
I haven't seen the second movie, but I read all the books.
No, bro.
I read all the books, so I know what happens, and I'm like, it is so.
The movie's too long. It's too long. Break it up, give me an hour episode for each, a 3-part series, 3 episodes, hour each, and I think I would enjoy it way more.
Dude, my buddy, he went into the theater and he couldn't find his friends sitting down, and he has like an anxiety thing. He was just like, he didn't want to like go around looking, so he posted up in the back corner of the theater and stood for 3 hours of that fucking movie and watched it. stood up in the back corner because he couldn't find his seats. And I was like, he's telling me this. I was like, you're an insane person.
Just pick a seat.
I would leave the fucking theater.
Yeah.
If I see a dude, he said he was just eating popcorn.
Standing.
Eating. And I was like, I would have called the fucking cops on you,
Yeah, dude. Could you imagine being the guy sitting down looking at him as he's like standing
He's just
there?
right next to you.
You're like, are you going to sit down?
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm trying to look for somebody. And you're like,
and he just stood there.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
For 3 hours.
I can't do it, man. The movie's too long.
I would have had to at least squat for a second or two.
I'm sick of the worms. I'm sick of the fucking worms, man.
Is that what the problem is?
A little bit.
Not a big worm guy?
There's no eyes. No eyes to the worms. No ears to the worms.
It's like a Starlight pit.
Just it's a big worm.
You know, in Star Wars, the Jabba the Hutt thing? It's like that, but like they move around. Dude, Dune was my second favorite series that I've ever read. It's so cool. In terms of like, it's all about like what happens when you have like a religious authoritarian theocracy where like I don't even want to spoil too much, but like, you know, his Fremen go on a mass genocide. And there's a part in the second book, and I love this line. He was like, Hitler's killed over 6 million people, Genghis Khan over 20. He starts like listing all these world leaders and stuff. And he goes, I've killed billions. Literal billions. And it just the comparison from like the people that you think are like the most genocidal maniacs. Your main character is a genocidal maniac.
Yeah, man. There's too many things I want to nitpick against the movie. What
kind of movie you like?
There Will Be Blood directed by Paul Thomas Anderson with starring Daniel Day-Lewis and Paul Dano.
I've abandoned my child.
Yes. Wow, man, those are gripping.
My boy.
I watched Deep Water, Ben Affleck.
Deepwater Horizon?
Just Deep Water with Ben Affleck and Ana de Armas. Dude, that one's really good. I want a movie that makes me feel super uncomfortable, right? I want to be in the seat like that,
wanting to fast forward.
Yeah, like that's how I want to feel. There's a movie called Horror in the High Desert on Amazon Prime. Dude, I dare anybody listening to watch the movie Horror on the High Desert and tell me you didn't almost shit yourself a couple times.
What's it about? Give me a synopsis.
Skinwalkers.
Oh, fuck.
Skinwalkers.
So you're like horror movies?
I'm a huge fan. But this one was filmed like a documentary. But apparently it's not real.
Like the Blair Witch?
Yeah, but no, even way better. Like way, way better. Where it's like they're interviewing cops and shit. And you're like, oh my God, this is real. And they're showing like evidence photos. But then it's like, wait a minute. Is this not real? When you look it up, is it real? They say no. But in the movie, it's like, this looks completely fucking real. And
have you seen Encounters of the Third Kind?
I heard about
it's
this
like
one.
That. Like,
I heard about this.
They have like kind of interview documentary style stuff from what I remember.
I love it.
I want to see a movie where, and I've always thought about this, and I wanted to, maybe there's an example. If anyone can point that out to me, please do. But like, you follow your main character. I don't care who that is, doing everyday stuff, and at some point he ends up like there's a serial killer like breaks into his house, and you're like going back from the perspectives maybe a little bit like to flesh out the serial killer, or no, you follow the serial killer, and then you break into this guy's house, and then when you break in,
transition,
like, it locks behind you. And like the guy that you're trying to kill ends up also being a serial killer that wants, and so I want to see a movie where like, which one do you root for? Which serial killer are you? Because they're both like demented.
Do you feel bad for the original one? Like, oh my God, he's trapped in there. How is he gonna get out?
Yeah. So there's he's a bad guy, and but then like you start feeling for him because you're like, fuck, now he's being hunted. But it goes back and forth. You know,
there's a movie
on who's being hunted and who's being a hunter.
William Dafoe did a movie like this.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I'm not even joking. But he's not a serial killer. I believe he's an art thief. He's an art thief, and he goes into this place, and
he gets locked in there, and he becomes like it starts heating up, and it gets over like 100 degrees. I know I've seen that fucking shit because I watch those videos all the time of like how to beat this. How to beat?
Wait, what?
You ever see those videos on YouTube? It's like how to beat Jigsaw, how to beat this trap in Saw.
My videos are like that guy cooking a steak like with the mountains in the background and a giant knife. You know what I'm talking about? And he's like turning the wood or something, builds a fire on a rock.
Yeah.
He washes the rock off on the river, and I'm just sitting there watching like, oh.
I love watching the cooking video. Like he throws an onion in the air
yes,
and catches it.
Dude.
Yeah. I love that shit. Any kind of like any kind of survival. Have you ever seen the show Alone? Oh, this is a great topic.
I think I may be, but not really.
This is a great topic.
Okay.
Alone is like a show where a whole bunch of survivalists get put in different environments, whether that be desert, cold, grizzly bear country, and they're allowed 10 items to bring. And the goal is survive as long as you fucking can.
10 items?
You get 10 items.
Anything.
And or they have like a list on their website. Pull that up.
Okay.
Pull up the list.
Okay.
It's like a lone item list.
Item list.
And
10 items seems like pretty. That seems like pretty.
So there's
wow. Okay, let's go down this thing. You
Yeah.
ready? Tell them.
1 pair of high leg hunting boots, 1 pair of waterproof Arctic winter boots, 1 t-shirt, fleece wool shirt, 2 wool fleece cotton shirts, 6 pair of wool socks, 2 hats, 2 buffs, neck gaiter. This is all like clothing. A toothbrush, a leather belt, a pair of gaiters. What is that? Like a
thermal underwear, leather belt,
pair of eyeglasses.
Personal photograph.
1 personal photograph.
Wow, that's really good.
Keep going down.
That's it.
There's like
no
shelter bedding.
Wow, so you have different categories.
Yeah,
you
there's
pick
shelter
from.
and bedding. There's tools. There's clothing.
And you have to pick 10 out of all of these.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which one of these 10 are you like? What are you thinking?
2 pounds of dried
2 pounds of
legumes.
gorp? What the fuck is gorp?
2 pounds of hardtack military biscuits. 2 pounds of whoa, dude.
2 pounds of chocolate?
Who would choose the spoon? If you choose one of your items for a spoon, come on, bro.
You're just like, look, man, I ain't going out here without a fucking spoon.
A fucking carabiner. Out of all the things, you would choose a carabiner? I mean, choose the hatchet.
What is the AIDS? Ads?
What is that?
Adsy?
Adsy?
The fuck is that?
I don't even know. I was going to
look up what Adsy.
What is Adsy? I feel like the people listening will have so much more knowledge after listening to this. Whoa,
it's like a hoe.
But like an axe.
Oh,
An
it's like
axe,
a hoe axe.
A tool similar to an axe with an arched blade at right angles to the handle, using for cutting or shaping large pieces of wood.
I like that, but I wouldn't bring it.
No, I wouldn't bring that shit either.
No, my thing is like
prohibited items. Beauty products?
Oh, you can't.
What?
You expect me to just be ugly out there?
Firearms of any kind, fish traps, decoys.
Animal poison.
Wow, hydration packs, inflatable boats. Wow, dude, this is actually kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like basically they just send them out there. And they're like, so you don't know if you're the last person remaining or not. So you can end up like the person before you could drop out, and you're just gonna survive for the next 10 days when you don't fucking need to.
Oh wow.
And there was another one that I watched. The goal was survive 100 days, which it hasn't been done.
No one has been able to do 100 days.
No one has been able to do 100 days. And
what are the main causes for dropping out? Injury,
some
sick?
of them are fucking stupid.
Like
what?
there
was this one guy who I thought he had a good chance. He was from Paris, Tennessee. I thought he had a good chance to win. And it was cold. Like they were in an Arctic area, and he found like this boat, because anything you find you can use. And he made a hot tub in the boat, like started a fire underneath it.
Yeah.
And it was like 20 degrees, but he was just sitting in this hot tub. I was like, dude, this guy's sick.
Yeah.
He gets back to camp. Can't find his fucking flint and steel. Can't find his ferro rod. And he looks around for it for every bit of like 20, 30 minutes. He's like, I can't. And he never checks the hot tub. He never checks his like hot tub, and he ends up just quitting because he's like, I can't survive without.
Oh,
and if you survive 100 days, you get $1 million. And I'm like, you would have to drag me away from that fucking contest.
So, do you think some of them are just like a mental give up? Like, it seems like
a lot of times it's like family. Like they get a lot of days in, and they're like,
I miss my family.
I miss my family. Like sometimes there was a girl in the last season that I watched that did not want to go home, and it was between her and this other guy, and her toes were fucking black. Like she was getting hypothermia or whatever.
Is it always Antarctic style?
No.
Or you don't even know where you're going?
You don't. I guess you kind of do. Like they'll tell you before the season. But like there's the one that was an Arctic style one. The one before that was a grizzly bear, and they kept on running into grizzly bears.
Fuck
dude.
that, dude.
They give them bear spray. They gave them.
Fuck that, bro.
Yeah.
No.
And it's like. It's both men and women. And let me tell you, man, like I saw an episode or a season of Survivor where they tried to do like a men versus women, and the men ended up like doing really well. And but it was because the women were like, oh, I'm a nail salon person, or I work in accounting. And all the guys were like, I'm a survivalist. I went to Boy Scouts. Right. Whereas in Alone, all the girls are also like,
I'm a survivalist. I do this shit in my spare time.
I do this shit every day. I live out in the middle of nowhere. And so they're badass. Mm-hmm. And the guy that ended up winning, I knew it from the start. He goes, I don't have any family to go back to. I don't have a lot of friends.
Yep. Classic.
You're going to have to drag me out of here.
Here we go.
And I was like, this guy's
it. He's it.
This guy is not leaving.
Yeah.
Every other person, like, few days in, they're like, I miss my son, I miss my wife. This guy was just having the time of his life out in the woods, bro.
He's got like a rabbit or something, just
had nothing to come back to. He like his sister showed up at the 100th day, like he won.
He actually won the $1 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
You couldn't get him off. Like he
They're
looked
like,
fine.
dude, you have to go home.
Yeah.
He's like building a house out there.
Apparently he lives he does that anyway. Like he lives out in the woods.
Yeah.
And most of the stuff that he did there, he was like, this is just like another day at home.
This is easy shit right here.
Everyone else is like, I don't know if I'm going to make it to the next. And they're these survival people, and they're like, I don't know. And this guy's just like, yeah, no, I mean, it's pretty chill.
Yeah,
I'm having a good time.
How much, how long do you think you could do?
Where?
Like if you did the Alone?
Where?
Like genuinely. Okay, that's a great question. Temperate deciduous forest. Kind of like
what?
Like kind of like our ecosystem here.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
I could go 100 days.
You think so?
Here is easy, I feel like.
The only thing is the food, huh? Because you would have to like if you killed a deer, you'd be good for what, 30 days?
That's who ends up. That's the people who most likely end up winning these shows. Is whoever gets a big game kill.
Yeah.
And like smokes the meat.
Yeah.
And it just lasts them forever.
Yeah.
Whereas other people are just like eating squirrel, rabbit.
Yeah, day-to-day food.
Yeah.
No, you need something big.
You need something big. A lot of fat. You need something fatty.
Yeah. Are people able to bring like bow and arrow, spear?
Yeah. That's where they usually like 9 out of 10 people will bring a bow, and the one person who doesn't, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Why would you not bring a bow?
What are you doing? What do you think the worst climate to survive in would be?
Desert.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. We're about to have to start these cameras again. Just heads up.
Okay, but I'm passionate about this one. Desert, I understand. Water, that sucks. Amazon rainforest.
No.
Everything can kill you.
Okay, hold on. Let's restart. Because this could actually be a pretty good debate, in my opinion. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.